Duncan was telling me about Lode, I think. He's like a weird, like psycho spiritual.
Wait, is Lode? Wait, who's Lode? Oh, is that Lot?
No.
Oh, okay.
And it might not be Lode. But he goes, so when shit gets passed down a little bit and rewritten, you lose a little something.
Sure.
Like, oh no, you were talking about. I know what you were talking about. So it was like some people were marked, and they were like the outsiders. And you're like, oh, those might be black people. Those might be whatever. But then he goes, no, it was artists. And the artists were kind of like, you guys live by yourself. You do your own thing.
They were kind of the freaks.
And they weren't marked. They just had weird haircuts.
Oh, really?
You know? And then I have like earrings and shit.
And they were the prophets. Like that's how
it
filtered down.
Yeah, they just can't live in our society.
Right.
They lived on their own. They did their own thing. They didn't have jobs.
Right. So there were the loser poets back then too. They were like the trust fund kids living in the desert at St. Catherine's Monastery. Well, because a lot of these monasteries were like, this is like kind of where Christianity started, was like in these deserts and stuff. They had all these monks the hermits who would just go into the desert and just kind of chill. Like them and like 10 other priests would just live in this mountaintop and just pray all day. And just do nothing else. That's like kind of how Christianity started, and then it got to churches and malls and all that. But that's how those are like, I kind of respect those guys. I always like the hermits. Oh, is that they had the Muslim prayer there. There we go.
You respect the hermits because why are you living out there? You don't want to be here.
They must believe. Like,
must believe.
There must be something to it.
Otherwise, why be there?
Yeah, they wasted not wasted, but they're dedicating their whole lot. Then they don't have sex. They'll just like eat honey. Like there were guys who just like that's all they eat their whole life. Or there were these guys, my favorite. They're called like the Stylites or whatever. They would just live on a pole. They would just Stylites, yeah. A stylite type of Christian aesthetic. They would just live on a pillar for like hundreds of days.
That's a real thing?
Praying. Yeah, there was like a fad for like 100 years in like the 5th or 4th century AD. They would just live on the top of these pillars, and people would give them a little food via rope, but they would just live there for years and years. Oh. Simeon the Stylite, I think he started it, and then a bunch of people just copied him. Just like people copying Columbine. Yeah, it's like it's a fun little. It hurts no one. Yeah, they just live on the top of a pillar like that.
Damn.
Just to prove that Jesus was God or something.
That pretty much proves it.
Yeah, I mean, as you can see by me not eating bread for 40 years, Jesus came back from the dead, clearly. There's no argument with that. So I love those. I remember we learned about those in college.
Damn.
I always remember those. Then there were the guys who would like whip themselves.
So
and all that.
Would feel like spiritual there? Because they have that Jerusalem syndrome.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. Is that where like people think they're like
they're
God?
Jesus? They must
think
be.
They're Jesus.
They're feeling so spiritual from being around it that they're like, there must be a reason I'm here. I'm telling you, I'm feeling something. I'm connected.
They actually think they're Jesus. Yeah. Oh wow, I didn't know it went that far. I thought they just felt a religiosity. I didn't know they. I would love. Is this a more modern phenomenon, or it's been happening forever?
Read
I
it?
wonder. Yeah, let's click on it, see if we can get the gist of it. Acute psychotic state observed in tourists and pilgrims who visit Jerusalem. The main symptom is identification with a character from the Bible and exhibiting behaviors which seem to be typical for this character. That'd be so it's not just Jesus.
Not Jesus. Anybody.
It could be a woman.
Side character.
It could be a woman who is like a huge whore, and she's like, "I'm a virgin now.
I'm married. Yeah,
I'm married. Come on, I've never had sex, Brian. You're lying. Yeah, it's not your baby. It's God's baby. I've been a virgin the whole time. Yeah, that'd be funny if someone was like a very minor character. Oh, I'm the goat herder from John 13.
Yeah,
I'm the goat.
Like when they have one of those DC or Marvel ones, like or even like Guardians of the Galaxy, where half people are like, I've never heard of this one.
Yeah. He was in one panel in 45. Yeah. Oh, the Japanese tea monger. Oh yeah, of course. Oh, that's so funny. I didn't know that.
Wow.
Do I think it's?
So you feel like you start quoting it. You're just one of these people.
I could see that. I think you'd have to be a little deeper in religion in the first place than I was to fall for it, but I could see it. I mean, we went to there's like, this is where Noah was buried, or here's where Jonah. How do you know where Jonah's buried? The guy from the whale? We found him out of the whale, and now he's buried here. Or like we went to Nazareth. That was where. Yeah. Wait, is Nazareth in the West Bank?
Did you know they're opening up a craft store in Nazareth?
What?
Yeah, they're opening a whole plant there.
What do you mean?
Yeah, they're calling it Cheeses of Nazareth.
I could not tell if that was going to be a pun or not. I didn't know where that was going. Cheese. Wait, that's what we did in the West Bank, because that's where Bethlehem is. It's in the West Bank.
Yeah.
And so we went to where they say Jesus was born, the manger, the church, and we visited that.
Really?
That was one of the things we did. I'm almost positive that's in the West Bank. Yeah, it is, because I remember there
Which
was
one?
It's the best. But yeah,
this one?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Because they did.
Wow.
Yeah, because this is a whole thing with.
I mean, you want to go where Jesus is born. I went to fucking.
That's pretty crazy.
I went to where Babe Ruth was born. Jimi Hendrix. Near
Went
Vancouver.
to where my grandma was born.
Wow.
Like, we got to check out where Jesus was born. So yeah, they had like a little golden thing. They're like, this is where Jesus landed on Earth from his mom's pussy, and then everyone was like going, that. I mean, even I was like, okay, I'll do a little prayer.
But you got to be at least a little like. So like these steps, they're kind of the original steps, or that wall anyway.
They've probably
it's like
been
the original
there.
wall.
They've probably been there 2,000 years. Yeah.
So when you're touching that, you're like, Jesus touched this.
Yeah.
Or his dad like took a load off and was like,
yeah. He's like, Mary, I can't believe you had sex with God. He leaned right here. Yeah.
It's like I don't know. I'm more
that's
of
a
an
classic
animist,
Pascal's wager. Like, you know that what it is?
What?
Pascal's wager. He's like this French philosopher. He's like, you can either believe in God and God's real, or you either believe in God and then God ends up not being real, or if you don't believe in God and he ends up not being real, you might as well just believe in case he is real.
Right.
You might as well just say a prayer, be a good person, because if
all
he's
it
not
takes,
real, then it doesn't matter either way.
You just wasted time.
You might as well just believe in it, and there's a chance it might be real.
It's a safer bet.
It's a safer bet.
Go to confession all the time.
Yeah, go to confession, be a good person. Why? Maybe you'll get a reward, maybe you won't. So so I definitely did like get on my knees and I said a little prayer in front of the. Oh yeah, you're in Jesus' birthplace. You got to say a prayer. You got to say a prayer.
Did you put a prayer in the Western Wall?
I did. I didn't know if that was okay or not.
I think it is.
Okay. Yeah. I don't remember what I've put, but we did go to the Western Wall. We went to the Dome of the Rock as well, Al-Aqsa.
So I was definitely not allowed in there.
Yeah,
that is how the Intifada started.
Really?
One of the prime ministers of Israel was like, well, this is ours. Technically, I'm allowed to go in. And they were like, dude, we had an unwritten fucking agreement. This was like the 2001
That's
Intifada.
how it started? I didn't know that.
Yeah, the Intifada 1. I mean, not the battles at all, but like that. And he goes, I'm going in. I'm allowed. And they were like, what the fuck,
Right. Because that's where they believe Muhammad ascended to heaven, I believe.
But like Christians are allowed to go.
Right.
But it's like the deal is you guys don't fucking come here.
Yeah. We won't. Yeah, probably maybe not a fair deal, but wow, that's the Western Wall. I remember. Well, I wore the kippah. I remember.
Look at this. This is one group's most religious place, or top.
I think
top
third.
5.
It's their third. It's their third.
And this right here.
Is that the most? No, that's number one for Jews, right?
It's the last standing.
That's the Western Wall.
It's the last standing.
Yeah.
So when you pray, you know when you see the Muslims like get a tablet out or whatever, or a yoga mat, and they start praying?
Yeah.
Jews do that too. We just don't go all the way to the ground. We face here.
Oh, you're facing. They're facing Mecca.
If you're in Africa, you face north.
Oh, they have they've written down like exactly where you face.
And in a lot of synagogues, they'll be like they'll have the line. They'll be like it's right.
Really,
there.
I love that.
It's directly to there.
That's awesome. When there was like a whole rampart, so you could walk to Al-Aqsa, the Dome of the Rock. Like it's very like separate. Yeah, I think the rampart's to the right there. It's
this thing.
The lower right of that. The lower right. That's like way lower right of the pic. That thing is the roof of like the stairs to walk over.
You go up that way.
You walk over it and then you get to the Dome of the Rock. Oops. We weren't allowed in the Dome of the Rock. We didn't go tourist.
What the fuck was that?
Oh, this is touring Israel. They'll get here we go. Western Wall.
Oh, okay.
Tour. That's a bold
Damn,
font
what a
for
fucking
Israel.
accusation it just threw at me.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He lived it. Come on.
I lived there, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
crazy.
we'd march across the city. I'll do this on my episode of Israel. In the holy days, I think when it commemorates when the Torah was given.
Oh yeah.
And so you stay up all night learning from the Torah, and then for sunup, the first time you're allowed to pray, you march and dance and sing across the city and pray right there
to the Western Wall.
It's just spiritual.
You
feel like you're doing it.
It is good to be like a part of something. That's what atheism. That's why there's no like. I probably am an atheist, but it has no charm to it.
It can't be a proud atheist.
There's no community. I like, even if it's all fake, I'd love to go to a church potluck and eat meatloaf with my aunts after.
The only thing uniting atheists is their hatred of the other, but they're not really bragging about their own thing. It's like the anti-Trumpers. Like, you don't love your guy, you just hate the other guy.
Exactly. And that gets nowhere. As we see now, that goes nowhere. Yeah. I forgot about that area. That's great. And you like stuff these little like things into the holes there, and there's just like, do they take them out every day?
I don't know. they don't take them out every day. I think they just fall out, or they just like disintegrate.
I guess in water and would get it, because there weren't as many as you'd think, because it was fucking packed with people.
Yeah, and you try to reach up higher, so like it's less crevices, so God will hear yours.
Oh, the thing also, when we went to the Dome of the Rock, it was me and like
pretty.
The Dome of the Rock's beautiful. The calligraphy on the outside is,
it's so much prettier than the Jew shit.
Well, yours is the ruins of what they would say was a much better temple. So it will be rebuilt one day, right? Isn't that kind of the goal? But
not in the same spot. They'll just build another one.
Oh, it's not the same spot? Oh,
nearby.
Oh, okay. It's at Megiddo or something, isn't it, or something? I can't remember.
We got 6 blocks over. We got a whole park actually. We just take.
They got it ready. We got it ready for you, Jesus.
Yeah.
Or no, it wouldn't be Jesus, I guess.
Yeah. Jewish Jesus.
That's our guy. But
I would love to go in there. It's so pretty looking.
It was beautiful. We could have gone in, but it was like you had to wait or something. I can't remember exactly. But all my female friends, they had to cover up. Even if you're a tourist, like you didn't have to cover up burqa and everything, but they had to wear like a little shawl, had to wear cover their legs up. But you had to do that for some of the Orthodox Jewish people too.
Just be respectful of their
Be respectful.
things.
Yeah, it was like exactly.
I won't bring like non-kosher into my parents' house when I'm there. If I have some left, I'm gonna throw those outside.
Oh, really? They don't even want to. They don't even want to be around
why
it.
Fuck with them. I don't know. If I'm in a mosque, I've been in a mosque in Indonesia or in Vietnam. And it's like if they go down to their knees, I'm going down to my knees.
Right.
And it's not a political statement.
Just follow. When in Rome. In Rome, just go for it. Yeah. Like when I go back home for Christmas, I have to go to church. I do all the prayers. I say the Our Father, whatever.
Who cares?
It's make mom and dad happy.
Where you been and where you going? This is Ari's travel show, yeah. We're gonna go on a journey today and see what there's to see in this big world. We're exploring different places, seeing all different types of faces. We're gonna talk about travel today. It's you